Hello and welcome to our bonus video. So this video is all about how you can create your sacred special space. So as you embark on this continuing journey of awakening and evolution, just know that this is a deep act of devotion to yourself. This is what we are here to do, to experience the beauties, the miracles, the technologies of this incredible existence. And you'll know yourself just how exciting it is to be on a path of discovering yourself, of discovering what you love, discovering new teachings, new exciting fun activities and ways of being with yourself and with your family, with your community. Life is exciting. It's beautiful. So I'm sharing with you one of the most precious aspects of my life, which is my sacred space, my ceremonial space, my temple space. For me to have my own little space, my own place that I can retreat to is so important, where no one is going to disturb me, where I can have all of the things that inspire me and remind me of my true nature and the energies that I'm working with. For some of you, it might be a meditation space, it might be an altar, it might be a space in your garden, it might be a shed or a corner of your bedroom or living room that you can just make your own. Doesn't it feel exciting to think about creating a little space for yourself, or maybe tending to an existing space that you have and enlivening it more and making it more beautiful? So here are some of the things that I love to do with my sacred space. First of all, I love to place on my sacred space an altar. And on this altar, I have representations of the different deities that I work with. And deities are simply manifestations of energy. They're simply embodied energies that help us to refine those qualities within ourselves. They're not external gods to be worshipped or idols. They're representations of energy. So I have different deities on my altar. I also have crystals. So I love working with crystals, and I love infusing my energies and then receiving the energies and consciousness from those crystals. So I have some of those on my altar too. My sacred space also includes different cards. So I have some wisdom cards there, some little oracle cards that I can pick up and receive a bit of wisdom every day. And I also have a cushion that I like to place in my sacred space that's really a really comfortable meditation cushion for me, so that I can sit there absolutely as long as I want to, without feeling any discomfort. So it's really important to have a cushion, and maybe even a yoga mat, because you might want to practice yoga or breathing or do some weights or whatever it is that you like to do in terms of exercise. You might want to practice in the vicinity of your sacred space. I also have an abundance of things to make my sacred space beautiful, like incense and candles. I always put flowers as well in my sacred space and decorate it with other beautiful items like feathers and crystals, as I mentioned before. Beautiful cloths that I pick up from different countries, and other ribbons and colorful items. I've really taken my sacred space and created something beautiful that really reflects me and who I am and what it is that I also want to manifest in the world. So it's like a vision board. You have in your space all these representations of the beautiful things that you want to aspire to, that you want to manifest, that you're calling into your life. So I have a little person which represents humanity, and a part of my vision is to support humanity in the raising of consciousness in humanity. So I have that little representation of a human there, so that I'm sending that intention out. I'm reminding myself every day of this vision that I have. I also have a little statue that my sister-in-law gave me, and she lives in another country and we don't get to see her, and so I have that every day to send those positive vibes to her and make sure that I'm keeping that connection in different ways, because every little bit helps. I'm really wanting to cultivate that relationship and that energy, so it's important for me to have that on my altar too. I have a picture of some of my teachers. I have representations of different animals because I love nature, and I really want to see nature flourish. So, how to go about creating the sacred space that you desire and you deserve? First of all, give yourself permission. Let it be okay for you to have this. Spend some time navigating, moving around your house and your garden, and just holding this intention until the space jumps out at you. And even if it seems weird because there's a sofa in the way or something, it's okay, because you can always move things around to accommodate that space. It's likely that that space has got an energetic value that's pulling you there. You might also want to think about the practicalities of the space. So it's in the middle of the living room, then it might not be so practical, because you might be wanting to be in your space, but it's time for the kids to watch TV or whatever. So think about the practicalities of the space. Where is going to work? Do you need it to be near some natural light, next to, or in the garden? Are you really such a nature outdoorsy person that it absolutely has to be out in nature? It has to be in your garden. So think about all of those practicalities and the location. Allow it to jump out to you. The next thing that you want to do is create your altar. So find some beautiful scarves or cloths or artwork and trinkets, maybe the representations of the energies that you're working with, feathers, crystals. Just move again around the house and go and collect all of these items that you've actually been collecting for a long time. Allow them again to call out to you, gather them up, and then make a beautiful arrangement on your altar. It's just the most magical, beautiful thing to do. I love it. I absolutely love it. And from time to time, I take all of my items off my altar and I arrange them in a different way. They speak to me and say that they want to be arranged in a little bit of a different way, and that's fun too. So then place other items that you want to really honor on your altar. So things like the elements. So I have something representing all of the elements. I have a candle to represent fire, incense to represent earth, to represent air. I put flowers on there to represent the earth. And lots of other different representations that I always have on my altar. So go out and find those, or get those, or purchase those, and place those on your altar. The next thing that you'll want to do is get your meditation cushion or a chair or a mat or all of those things, and also arrange those in your space so that it's ready, it's comfortable for you to access. So the other thing that I really recommend when really creating and stabilizing into this sacred space. So what I mean by stabilizing is that, at the beginning, like, we might forget that we've created, it's not so much a habit. So we're going to stabilize into this habit by making the time every day to check in with your sacred space. Schedule that into your diary if that's what you need to do. So for me, I go every morning to my sacred space and I do a little ritual to welcome in the new day, to honor the elements, to honor all of the different energies that I work with, and to meditate. And that's my habit that I've stabilized into. And it took me some time, but now it's just something that I do every day. So start to create this routine around your sacred space. So maybe wake up, get a beautiful cup of tea or thermos of tea, wrap yourself up in your cozy things, and go and be in your sacred space so that you can just tune in. This is all about going inwards. This is all about another layer, another level of devotion that you have for yourself. This life is a devotion. And this ritual, this beginning of the day ritual of being in your sacred space, of doing your morning rituals there, is the most paramount, is the most powerful, is the most important of your devotion to yourself. This is your opportunity to start the day exactly how you intend to go on. You might want to have a little speaker nearby to play some music, maybe during a meditation, maybe during some practice. You want to make sure that you have all the little bits and bobs that you need to do your rituals. And you will want to make sure that you clean it and you tend to that space so that it is just clear, beautiful, and ready for you to enjoy at any time. So, I really hope that you have enjoyed watching this video about creating your sacred space, and I now invite you to go away and create your sacred space. Even if this space starts off by being a micro space, it's literally just a little table, the small little table that you have in the corner of a room or in your bedroom or in your living room. It's beautiful, it's wonderful. Small is also beautiful. Or maybe you have a huge shed that you're going to go and transform into your sacred space. Amazing. Whichever way you do, have fun. Honor yourself. Honor this life. Enjoy devoting your energy, your time to yourself, because you really do deserve it. It's a miracle that we are here. We are here to experience this deep act of devotion. Enjoy.